Friends, welcome back. Today we're going to do Sacrament, issue number 3 of 5 by our Upshot, made by Peter Milligan and Marcelo Frusin. Great cover, by the way. I'm enjoying this series a lot. I'm getting more and more into our Upshot's line of comics. I'm not familiar with everything, but what I have so far, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying the line of comics a lot. So let's dive in. So we go back a little bit. Well, it's more like a little bit of a side narrative, because the priest here says, is this good, by the way, guys? Year Zero, is this a good book? Have any one of you read this? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. I did it. I said it in the beginning instead of, at the end of the video. I have to do that more. Anyway, so exorcism has been performed since the earliest days of the church. Brave holy men risking their immortal souls to cast out demons and evil spirits. Or maybe just deluded fools torturing other deluded fools who were possessed with nothing more demonic than mental illness. Millennia later, and very far from Earth, I am one of more such fool, going through the same ancient tired rites of exorcism, but I am neither brave nor holy. Great stuff. Yeah, so we have the priest here. The priest is trying to exorcise this demon, although he do not believe there is a demon, but there is something weird on this colony far away from Earth in the year 2999. A normal scientific colony, pragmatic, non-believers, let's say there's only science here and no religion, but somehow people dying, people, feeling uneasy, like they're being followed, like there's a shadow cast over them, and somehow people return to the old ways with amulets and spells to, fend off the darkness of whatever it is that lurks on this planet. It's been confirmed by Marloff here. He says, mankind traveled to the stars to leave this kind of nonsense behind on Earth. But this demon, or whatever it is, it's affecting people. They're returning to the old ways to protect themselves. So this, magistrate or whatever he is, he says, do you think magic, signs, and ritual offers protection against anything? I should warn you, Marloff, people have been in prison for saying less. But he says that, people are, people see what's happening around them. Ritualistic murders, the communal nightmares, they're scared. And they see science failing to protect them. Which is why planet security is going to put an end to this charade. So Marlow says the priest and novice needs more time. But this person here, I'm not sure if he's a magistrate, but let's say maybe the science police or the planet, let's call him from the planet security, I don't know. He says that the priest has lost faith. And he has an apprentice that is nothing more than a child. Was that the really best you can find, Marloff? He says. And then the modern creators doing this again. Do you remember? And when my last video with Junkyard Joe, and I saw, told you about the splash pages and how good it should look. Well, this is not it. This is not how you should do it. It's a waste of page. It doesn't do anything. I'm not sure why modern creators are deciding to do this. It adds nothing. I mean, if the art was good, with good, a lot of things, just new, great looking art. This is just a blown up piece of art, and they put some words over it, and that's it. Because it's almost the same art as this one. Maybe it's the same art, and they Photoshop these guys away from it. As you can see here. Yeah, it's really bad. I cannot say good things about it. Anyway, moving on. So the priest tried to, again, like I said, this I believe scientist here that hangs up in the air is possessed. They need to free him. But the priest he has lost faith. because something happened in the past. You can check my other 2 videos for more context about that. But he is insecure, but his apprentice is of strong faith, and she doesn't believe what's happened to, she doesn't believe that her what's the other word of apprentice? Teacher. That's how you say it. I don't know. That he cannot. Let's move on. Let's put that aside for now because I want to say something. I'm going to stop here. Anyway, let's move on. So the demon speaks, and she says, "A voice rise." That's her name. "It proves nothing. I know about you, priest. You broken vows of chastity that of that woman on Cetus 2. Oh, how she begged you. You have sinned." But then Rise says, "Now we know for sure it's a demon. This is potentially a lie, and the devil is the prince of lies. Maybe I cannot tell Rise the truth, the shameful truth." So yeah, this woman is begging this guy to stay, the priest, but the priest feels that he needs to do more work. There are believers, and they need him, and he cannot abandon, them. But the demon says here, "Fine words, but you lied to her, priest. The truth was, you were scared of love, of emotions, of life itself. You hid behind your cursed collar." And he says, "It's true, all true." And he says, "I cannot go on. Have faith, Father." But he says, "I am too old and too weak." But then he hears a voice, "Then stand aside, sub-priest." So the police is here. Wait a minute. Am I saying this right? Just give me a second. Security. Probably police. He says, Professor Gzaika, if I'm saying that correctly, that's the demon guy, and the thing that nests inside him will be incinerated and his ashes blasted deep into space. That's murder, a necessary sacrifice. So he says that you don't even believe in demons. Well, and the priest says, well, maybe, but the thing possessing Xaya does, or Xaika. Xaika? Is that how you say it? Xaika. And maybe that's enough. But the police says, nah, we're not going to do that. And he sends his, I don't know, lieutenants help to remove or get rid of this guy. But then when they touch him, they suddenly speak Latin. And that word Latin is called turn my head around. So I don't know, there's some demonic forces here and they kill them. And so Marlowe says, Citizen Relish. Oh, okay, that's his name. What now? And he says the priest had 3 days. After that, I'm dropping an isotope device and obliterating everything and everyone inside. So they're dragging the bodies out. And the priest says, any ideas that I might win this battle have vanished. Now, I normally despise weak people in comics, in TV series, on movies. I cannot stand them. I was one of those weak guys, and I turned myself around, and I became a better man. I overcome my fears. I was working out. I did some soul searching, and I became a more confident, better man. And now looking back at myself, I thought to myself, I never want to go there anymore. And if I see weak men, especially in certain comics that I reviewed, it boils my blood a little bit. There's reasons for that I'm not going into. But in this comic, it's been explained why this man is weak and feels insecure. There's a story around that, and it explained very well. So it's not that he is weak. He feels weak because he's scared, because what happened on the other planet, because what happened with the other girl that's been possessed, and with his other priest that he's doing the ritual with that died because of him, because of his weakness. But Rice feels more, has the idea that she believes in the priest. And she says, maybe I can do, this stuff. And the priest says, it's too dangerous, I forbid it. And she says, well, my faith is stronger. And she says, do you not have faith in me, Father? You're about the only thing I do and have faith in. But my responsibility to rid Zyka of whatever possessing him, it's his responsibility. So he says, I'm going to take a rest, and then we regroup and we're going to do it again. But while the priest is, shutting his eyes, the demon is speaking to Rise, and she is basically taunting her, and she is going against him, and he says, basically, he says, you can pray all you like. I'll wear him down and destroy him. I found his weakness. After all, he has so many. And she's defending the priest and says, you are wrong, foul demon. The Father is a fine, pious man. And he said, what about you, says the demon. Do you have faith? Of course I do. Then prove it. So he's waking up, and she sees what's happening. And the demon is, still got under her skin, but she is retaliating by using the cross. And then she's getting some kind of a psychic backlash, and she's been hurt. And the priestess is feeling guilty a lot. So he is a good man, but he just needs to have more resolve. By the way, I love the atmosphere in this comic. It bleeds out of this book. It's so good. This whole series is just dark and it's just a horror book, right? And with broken people inside. And there's one person that is good, and that's Rice here, his apprentice that keeps him on his toes, and is maybe his anchor. I'm not entirely sure where this is going, but that's what I think. So she says, I'm sorry, Father, that I have disobeyed you. And he says that maybe you should stay here and I get a more experienced priest to help me. But I got under his skin, Rice says. You can replace me now. You're a novice. I need a priest. Then ordain me, she says. But the priest says, impossible. You're not ready. Maybe the holy water is ineffective because you lack the faith to properly bless it. So he's getting burned. Ordain me and I bless it. Ordain me and we'll defeat this demon. But then Marlos comes in and he says, maybe you should do as he says. It might help. But the priest is going against him. She says that she's not ready. Marlos says, does she believe in God? Yes, she does. Then maybe she'll make a better priest than you. More burning. By the way, this is one of the other books from IR Upshot with Mike Deodato Jr. as the artist. I have no clue what this is all about, but maybe I'm going into that, maybe not. Let's see. Let's wait. Anyway, more ads. So he is doing the ordaining, and he says, I'm in kind of a trance because of the old ritual. The sacred words of ordination spill effortlessly from me. Even now, even all I have lost, I find the ceremony deeply moving. Rice has never looked more beautiful, radiant with religious fervor. So then suddenly he is lusting after her, and then this is happening. And he tried to move that far away from him. And I'm skipping a page here because of nudity. And so he thinks himself of making love to her, but he resists that urge. And then, tatas, let's say. So the demon speaks through her. And he says, Rice, listen to me. You don't know what you're doing. We have unfinished business, priest. I know you. Know how weak you are. You will not be able to resist this ripe female body. Well, he's not entirely wrong. But then he calls this creature, leave her, demon, he says. Demon. I called it demon. For surely only something of pure intelligent evil will be doing something like this. Well, he's doing that because he just rejects the notion that there are demons. He was so scared, he was so traumatized when he was younger that he doesn't want to do anything with faith anymore, although he does go from planet to planet and do his blessing, which is weird, but also, says a lot about him, that he wants to fulfill his duty as a priest, although he does not believe in himself anymore. That's just great stuff. So for the first time in years, he is uttering the words of the Bible, and he says, "In the name of God, leave this innocent." And the creature is gone for now, and it screams and it lashes out, and we see this windows is being, exploding, and the wind is picking up, a storm is rising. So something is actually happening, and that's great stuff. And then he is doing, for the first time also in years, he's going to pray for this woman's life. And he just hopes he's not out of practice. And that continues into this particular comic, well, number 4 or 5. I need to get this. This is just great stuff. I really like Sacrament. So this is a preview of what's to come. We have more ads, more from our upshot. Yeah, great stuff. I'm very curious where this is going. So, guys, I hope you liked the video too. Let me know what you think about it, and see you next time. Bye bye.